until it shattered, that I had had a prison of certainty. I made it myself. Its surfaces were made of, he loves me, we're soulmates, this is for life, this is home. My prison of certainty. I really didn't know I was missing out parts of reality, suffocating parts with my assumptions of foreverness. I was living in the shapes I desired, conclusions that felt safe, reliable, and secure. I had noticed that in some moments my reality would shake as dissonance would rattle the prison walls. The all of life that was my life with him couldn't pass through the prison of certainty. And at odd moments, my life trembled. I pushed those moments away. I struggled to pull my life, my marriage, my reality to come back into view through my prison, refusing to take in whatever didn't comply with my vision. Yet at times, the dissonance did make itself felt. And then I'd tremble in confusion and tremble as it moved through me, and yet I'd refuse to take it in and let it inform my world. Gradually, less and less of what he wanted, and less of the direction he was taking, fit through my lens, through the lens of my prison of certainty. And soon, everything was to change. Was it a shattering? Was it a freeing? Was it the loss of all my dreams and the life I had? Was it a realignment with a more expanded and comprehensive me? How could I even begin to deal with it? How do we deal with reality? You know, the one with a capital R. Turning away from the Islam I was born into, I've taken my spiritual inspiration from, I'd say, various sources. Julie Andrews had told me, when the dark nights, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so sad. White dresses and satin my lashes. I mean, I was all for that kind of world, but you know, life had other plans. I had to stay with my grief, with shock, with loss, with an outrageous agony that burned through my spine and the back of my heart every night for months, with blood-curdling rage that I felt had weakened my heart after months, with this clinging of biochemical addiction, with my soul's longing, with the venom of violence, with shattered dreams, with my pain, with loss, and more pain. How on earth was I going to handle this? It depended on where I located myself in any moment on the spectrum of me, on the spectrum of life, personal to impersonal, and all places had their place as it were. Yes, of course it was a shattering. Of course it was destruction. Yes, it was creativity. Yes, the potential to create volumes of secondary suffering were ever present. And yes, the shattering struck with a severity that tenderized me. Yes, like meat in a butcher's block. Skinless, I felt. Definitely receptive to life now. No escape. Pain broke open the walls of my prison. Prison? Prison? Yeah. Skinless. No escape. Help. Help me. I'm drowning. I'm drowning in the set of the world. I can't tolerate this. I can't receive or relate to this set, can I? Can you? But I've been blessed with other spiritual education that took me beyond the lovely Julie Andrews approach. And this, as you know, my friends, is the path of the non-dual Kabbalistic healing. A member of this society of souls, the ones who want to be intimate with reality, to live cheek to cheek with the great Bear Mother, the sacred, compassionate one, who is at once the merciless one. This schooling will certainly shatter our illusions and our dreaming and our contractions that try in vain to hold reality to shapes we think we want or need, or think that they are the only shapes we can cope with. Uncertainty will demand her place amongst our rigidities and our assumptions and conclusions. This schooling is a schooling in relating to the great Bear Mother, claws, teeth, tender embraces, on. And it is a path of kindness, albeit a fiery kind of kindness at times. This schooling gives us a place to stop for a moment, to learn to breathe, to enter the vividness of life here, to stay here, to stay here. This is the path that guides us over time into growing a new metabolism, one that can digest and breathe and live with the parts of the all that our particular family circumstances and life constellation could not cope with. Uncertainty will claim her place. Welcome, dear students, dear warriors, dear lovers, dear devoted ones, fighting ones. We can't tell you which gate uncertainty will enter through for you and you and you. We can only be certain that she will claim her place in the assembly of your life. Where have you been guarding against her? Where have you built up rigidities, walls of ancient assumptions, shapes made of seemingly concrete conclusions? We cannot say how these will fall, whether they will be shattered by pleasures, because yes, that too happens, or shattered through moments of insight or tenderness, or whether they will shatter through losses or disappointments or a tangle of seemingly opposite experiences. We just know that uncertainty will claim her place. She will insist on opening your life to the all, opening up your capacity for surprise and adventure and risk and the unforeseen, the spontaneous, the unknown, and questions. So many questions. A rain. I had questions. The more uncertainty crashed her way into my life. Can you hear another set of prison walls? My life? How can I even put this? The more that all of the who is here in this location came into relationship with life, the more the questions flowed. What can I make my life with now? What can I rely on? What will stay? What is real? Where do I turn my love towards? Is my love really love? What is worthy of devotion? What can we trust? Am I stupid? Am I blind? Walking the path of awakening, and yet I've been living in frozen places. All these questions gripped me. What can I hold on to? I'm falling. The curriculum of the school is life. It surfaces through the storm of questions that is me. This is the whole of my life. Right now, breathe, breathe. Right now, right here. This is the whole of life. Whole. I hear the speed of light is constant. Could I use it as a comforter, a kind of cosmic duvet to hide on? What is this pain in my heart? What is this joy in my heart? Can I trust me, you, me? I thought I was falling, and that even that has been taken away. I'm not falling. The ground doesn't exist. Down, up, down. Alice knew that. No, I'm not falling. I'm floating. We're floating. We're all floating. What's here now? Now uncertainty has claimed me. Mostly she feels cruel, mysterious, dark. She feels strange. She strangles my breath and life force. She will not be denied. How did I avoid you? Why are you the face of ultimate terror for me, uncertainty? I rack my history. What was I taught? Strange danger is what culture alerts us to. And, oh yes, mother, the beginning, the ranges, the unpredictable intensities. To freeze and narrow my aperture to life, to love, to my needs, to mother, that was the only solution. To tolerate the visceral grip of anxiety and to float away, as much as I could, into a surreal state that had no content, just two things, the visceral grip and the movement away from the grip. Now uncertainty has ripped my aperture wide. My life bleeds and shakes. The breath-crushing anxiety of uncertainty. I asked Jason in the first year, well, why? Why, Jason? Why do you want us to feel this form of anxiety? In my understanding, spiritual teachers, in my understanding, spiritual teachers were lovely people. A bit like Juliana. If they were doing it really well. You know, and they wanted everyone to feel peace and bliss and that kind of thing. And him over there, anxiety, the angry earth planes, not knowing. No, this was on the curriculum. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. I would never have labelled myself as a person with anxiety, because that would have meant to actually see it, to differentiate it from the moments that anxiety wasn't there. Yet the terror was always there. Viscerally, I did my best to freeze it and silence it. Yet at odd times it became extraordinarily vivid, often in the first few moments of waking up. The familiar grip of intensity had me, so familiar like my skin, so familiar and unseen. How are you keeping yourself from the great bear mother, from uncertainty's certain grip? What moves in you as you recognize through my words your own world, your own relationship with uncertainty? Is what moves a trembling, an epiphany, a knot in the stomach? Uncertainty wears many garments. Look out. Look into your habits. Simple intolerances will reveal uncertainty's presence. And as they say in the school, everything is on the surface. For me, I can't bear waiting for people. You know, like at airports, or you arrange to see a friend at a restaurant, or outside the movies, or the tube stations. I can't tolerate waiting there. I always make myself late so that the other turns up first. Will I? Won't I lament? The horror of this specific nuance of uncertainty, will I? Won't I lament? Is too much for me in these waiting spaces. It sums it up. The whole life of my longings and the whole history of my neglect. Perhaps all of our longings and all of our neglect. Will you be met? Won't you be met? And now what can I be in relationship with? What will stay? I can't even pray, because to pray would be ask for specific change, to be in a different place. Stay. Stay. The speed of light, constant. It's not furry or cuddly, is it? What solace can I gain from that? My breath, my heartbeat, constant. Constant enough. How do we grow a metabolism for uncertainty? How do we remove its danger-only sting and welcome mystery and creativity and opportunity and risk, adventure, spontaneity? I found a prayer. Oh, heal me out of my clinging to certainty. This certainty that strangles the sap of reality, until reality roars me this part of herself awake. Death and taxes. That's what Abraham Lincoln concluded was certain about human life. He searched for certainty too. Death and taxes were the sum of what he found. A certainty kit for his time. Jason Shulman had a certainty kit. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And look what he made from it. Take it. I want a certainty kit. The new ones, our first year students. Little do they know they've entered a path of training into a new relationship with uncertainty, a new reformed relationship to the certainties of their lives. Their relationship to uncertainty now, even now, is invisibly driving them to our doors. How can I begin to be in relationship with uncertainty? Can I placate her and give her my acceptance face? Or shall I bear my honesty and bring my raging tantrum self? And what do I do with the reality of my denials? My head in the sand face? And what about my reading the signs and portents? Incorrectly, by the way. And then being convinced of what's around the corner. What is around the corner for any of us? When the phone rings, when the door slams, when the message arrives, what moves in you? But we also love uncertainty, don't we? We need it. The computer games, all games in fact, rely on the play of uncertainty. The suspense in movies, novels, the TV series that keep us dangling between episodes. We can tolerate and metabolize some types of uncertainty, can't we? And yet how often do we attempt to shield ourselves against her? I can buy life insurance, car insurance, house insurance, pet insurance, insurance for my personal possessions, boiler insurance, jewelry insurance, and even insurance for my washing machine. I can. Acts of God, inclement weather. What do we do with those? Even the insurers, Lloyds of London, they won't go near them. To be or not to be. As the shores of what we know extend, so too do they have ever more surface to feel the lapping of the infinite waters of our not knowing, of our uncertainty. Damn the sword and bless the score that heals me out of my certainty, out of the parts of me that take me out of relationship with reality. This, too, the small view, must be held and integrated. Kindness, the universal lubricant. A society of songs, a healing of our capacity to be in reality. Oh, there go my delusions. But I didn't know they were delusions, and I thought they were real, and I really liked them, and I was having fun with them, and I was actually okay with them, you know. Well, you know, part of me. And now it's time to be all of them. To be or not. Can I begrudge awakening? Do. They say that in 50% of relationships, people stop having sex. I think the data analyzers are missing the point. The threshold of sexual intimacy holds deep uncertainties, often more and more as time goes on. And I don't think that these 50% have stepped away from having sex so much as they become crippled by the uncertainties on this threshold of intimacy, a territory where even seemingly tiny uncertainties can have the impact of landmines. Will I be met? Won't I be met? Here it is again. A primary uncertainty. My friend the ego clings to certainty. I. And I've been wondering. I've been feeling into this, and I have a question for you. Because isn't this the same I that I was when I was 3 or 17 or 33 or 40 or last year? Isn't this the same I that you had when you were 2 and 5 and 10 and 20? What does it feel like? What does your I feel like to you on the inside? I you had last year, I you had this morning, I that's there now. Did something stay the same, even as everything else changed? Maybe the yogi's certainty kit is this very awareness that the ego claims as its flesh. The deepest healing requires the inclusion of opposites. What if we held the certainties of our life and uncertainty close together? Right now, we close our eyes just for a few breaths. Let's do it together. Close together. Certainties and uncertainty. As I hold them close together, I sense my certainties wobble as uncertainty penetrates them. And uncertainty itself becomes a softer place and something more. I am filled with time, all time. Welcome to the Society for Certainly Uncertain Souls. The Society of Souls Uncertainly Certain.